Hey friends, here is your daily encouragement, devotional, and sometimes rant. We've been looking at in Matthew 4 and Mark 1 and Luke 4 the temptations of Jesus. And we've said that Jesus, he sets the example, he goes first. We've said that the enemy, that he doesn't attack us when we're at our best. And what we're going to see, we're going to get into the first temptation today. What we're going to see is that what God has given you, what he's placed inside of you, he doesn't just want you to use it for you. He's placed what he's placed inside of you, he's given you to begin to use it for other people too. And so here, I'm going to start reading from Matthew chapter 4. I'm just going to start in verse 1 again, the first few verses. Then Jesus was led by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. After fasting 40 days and 40 nights, he was hungry. That's what we looked at last time. The tempter came to him and said, "If you are the Son of God, tell these stones to become bread." Jesus answered, "It's written, man shall not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God." See, the first temptation was an attempt to see if Jesus was going to use his God powers. It was an attempt to see if he was actually fully man and going to be able to do what God had for him to do in the future, or if he was going to cheat. If he was going to manipulate, if he was going to be, oh, look, I'm starving, I haven't eaten in 40 days, poof, yep, there's some bread, I'm going to eat it. It was really quite rude of this temptation. Right? Like I said, when I'm hungry and somebody walks by me, you catch a whiff of that, and this is just, I will never be able to exhibit this level of self-control. And so I just can't imagine having the ability to be hungry, snap, and then there's food. But we succumb to this temptation whenever we just use what God's placed inside of us for ourselves. And so look, if you can cook, you should feed others. If you can fix cars, you should help somebody who can't afford to have theirs fixed. If you got a little extra money, you should use it to bless somebody that's out or going through a hard time. If you can work on houses, well, you get the idea. That's what this is. God's given me an ability and the courage to talk, and so this is my attempt to be able to share some of what he's taught me with you. And so whatever it is that God's given you, whatever that ability is, that's at least supposed to be a part of your contribution to the world, to his kingdom, to making this a world worth living in. And so we don't want to use what God's blessed us only for ourselves, because when we do, we're falling for this temptation. Because what God's placed inside of us, he's asked us. That's part of that last part. We live on the every word that comes out of the mouth of God. We're supposed to use what God's given us to bless somebody else too. Have a great day. Bye-bye.